Look, I'd already told you, I didn't come last. I beat Sergio Perez. No, I'm not too crap for Formula One. Look, I'm not going to argue with you. I've got another call coming in. I'll speak to you later. Okay, bye, Mum. Hello? Chassis department, how can I help you? Yeah, I am aware of the monocoque weight reduction. That's our major upgrade for Barcelona. An issue? What sort of issue? It's not going to be ready until Monaco. How am I not supposed to come last then? You're killing me here, guys. Just make sure the flashback button works. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to episode 2 of the Aussie Villain Racing, my team career, and today it is the Spanish Grand Prix. We're going to Barcelona and hopefully we're not going to come last, but we'll see what happens when we get there. Now, since last episode, we have had a little bit of upgrades done to our home base, our headquarters. Now, for those of you who are new to the game and don't know, and I'm still learning the game myself, you do get money through obviously your sponsorship, and you also get, you can see the little plus 33 at the top there. You do get, what's it called? Research points, I think it is. You earn those sort of as just through the weekend with, in free practices, different what's the word I'm looking for? Like test sessions that you need to do, things like that. So you earn the research points that way. But we needed money to update the headquarters, and we've done that. We have gone into our aerodynamics department, and we have got our fabrication section, I don't know, whatever it is, up to spec 1. So that means we can now have a maximum of two aerodynamic upgrades going through at once. So that'll help us as we look to improve the car moving forward. We already had spec 1 for everything for chassis, so that's good. And then obviously moving forward, we'll look to do personnel, powertrain, and the durability, and also there is a marketing section in here as well. So we'll acclaim that could be or is a claim different to the research thing anyway. There's all different ways, there's different things to build up different parts of the team anyway. Now, we did also look to do some aerodynamic, or just some general upgrades. You can see in the performance comparison train there, we have dropped down a little bit. We were sort of up there, I think almost ahead of Alpine and AlphaTauri. We've now dropped below them. Now, a big reason for that, if we go and have a look in aerodynamics, we do have one, here it is here, you can see one thing that is going onto the car, and that is this front wing main flap. So that is good, obviously. It's good to have it there. It's not a massive upgrade, but it's obviously better than nothing. So we do have that. Now, one thing that we were supposed to have, and it didn't go through, it failed basically, it didn't meet the standards that we need, and it was this monocoque structure. This was a weight reduction, and you can see down the bottom, I can't point to the screen, it doesn't help you, does it? But you can see sort of on that, what would be bottom right screen looking at it for you, I think, yes. It's a fairly major upgrade. So it's a big blow that we don't have that for Spain, where I think we could have used it. But assuming that it goes through second time of asking, we will have that for Monaco. And that, again, that will be important, because Monaco is a track that traditionally I need all the help I can get at. But we can see there, here's the major upgrade. You can see, or looking at the performance comparison there, that it could take us, well, at least equal with Alpine, and AlphaTauri. So it's a significant upgrade for just one thing. And the progress history, you can see we had a good leap up there, where that sort of, what's claret, it's just what it's supposed to be anyway. But you can see we just sort of ducked above Alpine and AlphaTauri, and I suspect now when we get to Spain, we're actually going to be a little bit below it. We don't have any changes yet. I mean, nothing's worn and torn after just one race. Sponsorship, we can see there. So if we can get the goal, finish 10th in the constructors or better, so basically don't come last, and we failed at that last time around, we'll get a bonus there. But our weekly income is there. And a reminder of how the last race went. You can see it there. There's all the point scorers. Aussie Villain Racing, bottom. And we're not going to go down the Drivers' Championship, because it's just going to be... Actually, no, we will. You know what? We will. And we'll see that I am ahead of Sergio Perez. So, screw you all. I did beat somebody last race. All right, let's go off to Spain. It's off to Barcelona. Race weekend. I'm going to do some free practice, and I'll see you for qualifying 1. Actually, before we do that, we will just have a look at our inbox here. So here is all the information for the weekend. We can see the tire and the top top drivers in the championship there. Development upgrades, we can see there the failed weight reduction. That is disappointing. The front downforce was something we did. The general maintenance, that's something that just happened. I don't remember doing that. And the weather forecast, we can see there not much chance of rain this weekend, which is good because I've got to learn how to drive in the dry before we even think about what we're going to do when it rains. All right, I'm going to go to do free practice now, and now I will see you for qualifying 1. Okay, here we go. It is time to qualify. Now, free practice has been done. I meant to say last episode, but there is a Discord, link to the Discord down in the description. I post the free practice times on that. So if you want to see how we're getting on, all that information is there. But let's go and qualify. Alright, now here we go. Coming on to our first lap in Q1. Now, when we did the quali sims in practice, we were predicted to be 13th, 14th. Most of free practice sessions we were 14th, except for the last one, where we'll say we were doing setup work, quote unquote, and we were in our unwanted position of last. And this lap is already almost gone as we run wide at turn 2 there. But we'll keep going, even if it just gives us a sort of a base lap of what we can, to try and beat for the next lap. I have been doing okay, generally speaking, but where I really suck is the final sector. I'll point it out when we get there. I've been like even half a second slower than Markelov, our teammate. I've really been losing a lot of time there. This is sort of it here. So if we start at this corner, and then this is where I tend to not do too well. You can you tell? Yeah, we've completely mucked this up. I was getting a little bit better at it towards the end. I always feel like I can't turn the steering wheel back quick enough there. We completely ruined someone's lap behind us. It's an AlphaTauri, I think, so someone, Gasly or Tsunoda's not going to thank us. That wasn't a great lap, though. A 120. I did a 120.1 in free practice, so you'd like to think we could at least get something close to that here. So let's concentrate here and see if we can do that. Okay, so that second attempt on the first set of tires didn't go well. There was no quicker. So we've come in, we've changed tires, and we're going to have another go here. Now, needless to say, this needs to be a good one. Gone a little bit deep there. Oh, just not quite doing well here, am I? I'm tempted to bail on this one. We've only got 5 minutes left, so we've got to be worried about that a little bit here as well. Done okay there. It's half a second off, though. I just can't quite find the... I feel like I'm getting worse the more laps I do at this track, which is always a good sign. There you go. That's not bad. That's not bad. Too much of the inside curve there. Got that. We've got that. Put on the gas. Alright, this is better. This is better. We did much better on that final sector, and that's the best lap I've done. So let's go again here. See if we can beat that. There's still we know, we can see how much quicker I can go still.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Let's hope there's enough to get us the end of that. We're already half a second up. Come on. Don't stuff this up. That's okay. We straightened that out. We should have got a decent exit. So even though I messed up the corner... we can't take that corner flat, and I think it's just the limitation of the car rather than a limitation of me. Oh no. No. too much of the inside curb. So, unfortunately, we ran out of time. We didn't have enough time to do another lap. And that means that we have been eliminated in Q1, 21st on the grid, behind Makarov, which is disappointing. I mean, it's the best lap I've done in free practice. So, yeah, well, let's go and see what we can do in the race.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Daniel Ricciardo and Norris, Leclerc, Vettel, Gasly and Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Esteban Ocon and Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher, Giovinazzi, George Russell and Carlos Sainz, Markelov, Latifi, Oldtimer and Nikita Mazepin. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So the important thing is we did beat Mazepin, obviously. Let's have a look at our race strategy here. Softs to mediums. I did say, didn't I? I usually like to do the reverse, but that didn't work for us last time. I just had a train behind me. So, I don't know what to do. If we do what everybody else is doing, we're probably going to end up finishing roughly near where we start, aren't we? So let's try it one more time. We'll go to the softs. I wonder if do we have a hard tire we can put on? I wonder if we do the hards, because let's face it, I mean, I've just got to try and stay on the track, don't I? It's not going to make too much difference what tires you're on. So if the tires are lasting better, there's probably a better chance of me staying on the track. Does that sound right to everybody else, that logic? So let's go with that. And yeah, let's get this race underway. Okay, so here we go, race start, clutch in, not too much wheel spin. Of course, last time in Bahrain, we did get a lot of wheel spin. Almost put ourselves in the wall. That looks like I might have nailed that start. All right, wonderful stuff. Now, what we don't want to do is crash into people into turn one, particularly with our teammate Markelov ahead of us. Let's get on the brakes roughly there, just to be a little bit safe. Let's not hit the inside curve. Get out of the way, whoever's on my outside, please, and thank you. We're a little bit wide. We're a little bit wide. Exit Latifi, it is. How have we not hit him? Can we... Oh, I've gone too deep. I've gone too deep. And Mazepin's got past me. Oh, and we're last again. Oh, on the hard tyres, though, the goal here very much is... Try not to come last, but if we can keep up with them on the hards, then we'll have, as we know, the soft tyre at the end to come through on. What I need to do here is just get into a little rhythm and just try and stay on the back of the queue. Here we go. This is the part of the track I tend to not do as well at. We might just... The general queue might get us out of trouble a little bit there. Let's get on the battery. I've missed the apex there completely. That's going to hurt us down the straight. And well, not a great first lap. 1.5 seconds behind the second last car. Like I say, if I can just try and get into a little bit of a rhythm of not being so terrible. Wait for everybody's soft tyres to go off and they might come back to us. I mean, they should come back to us, really, shouldn't they? Just want to try and make sure we've got the little green box up there, meaning we're doing our personal best laps. And go from there. As long as we can see them, we're a chance, aren't we? Of course, the goal is very much just don't come last. I think we learnt that from Bahrain. They are pulling away from us, though, aren't they? Good exit here. Hey, that wasn't too bad. Little bit of oversteer on the exit there. Now, we will get DRS is enabled.
We can use DRS.
We are
within 1 second of the car ahead.
far too far behind, but you know, like I say, their soft tyres will start to go off at some point. So if we can just keep ourselves in that conversation, they might get into a battle, start to hold each other up, all those sorts of things that can happen. If I could stay on the track, that'd be a nice bonus, wouldn't it? Got another greens first sector, so we're doing our personal bests. Because I got the battery stuck on. The gap. We've taken 3/10 out of him. Battery back on, so if I can remember to turn it off this time. Oh, I've gone too deep, I've gone too deep, I've gone too deep. I've got the steering wheel locked on. One thing they're not really... they are driving off in the distance a little bit, aren't they? It's that, flashback.
What happened? Let me know you're okay.
It's that final sector, isn't it, that is absolutely killing me every lap. We had pulled back 3/10, in the end we lost a second.
4.7 seconds.
So, you know, we're losing a second and a half almost.
There's been an incident on track.
And the thing that I'm not sure, I mean, Markelov is obviously ahead of us, so it's not all the car.
And there are no plans for a safety car right now.
But one thing I'm not complete, I've left the battery on. God damn it! We'll just leave the battery till we get out of the corner. Probably the sensible thing to do, isn't it? Rather than trying to do 3 things at once. I'm not that good. I can't do 1 thing at once. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for the final sector in this track, I think we might actually be okay. But of course, there is the final sector, and that is going to hurt us until I learn how to drive it, isn't it? Okay, so the soft runners are coming into the pits now.
Artem is in the pits. Artem in the pits.
So that gives us some idea of where they're at. Now, do we pass anybody? Way, we've passed people in the pits. Who's this? Don't you hit me. Vettel, get out of the way, Vettel. Now he, of course, on the new tyres is going to drive away from us, which he would have done on old tyres, but that's depressing, isn't it? A whole pit stop ahead of us after what? How many laps have we done? 7 laps? Who's behind us? Pierre Gasly. I mean, he's not our race, is it? I mean, our race is purely at this point MAZEPIN. We just don't want to come last. Let's just let him go. Massive chunk of curb we took there, which isn't ideal. And we already lost DRS.
Our gap to the car in front is 5.1.
Right. Pedals are sliding away from me. Let me just pull those a little bit closer. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do to stop that. More cars coming out of the pits. This is going to end in tears, isn't it? I think we just hit Alonso, sorry, there behind us. Got a little bit of a tap. Oh, we've spun Alonso. I think he spun himself there. No, we hit him. Okay, sorry, Fernando. We didn't get a penalty yet, so maybe a racing incident. One thing that has done is making a little bit of a gap behind us, so that's a positive. Yeah, I mean, there's an argument to say I should just let him go. But, I mean, I don't know why he's sticking his nose up the inside there, other than the fact we're extremely slow, but, you know, we've got just as much right to the racetrack as Fernando does. In theory. Oh, that was very close. Alright, there we go. Alright, shake it off. Where is... oh, Markolov's right there. Oh, he's already passed us, has he? We're so far behind. Mazepin's passed us. We're a chance of maybe beating Alonso.
Complete, go now.
What I don't understand...
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
In qualifying, we're not that far off. I mean, we qualified quite well in Bahrain, you could argue. But in the race, I'm so far behind. It's just a consistency thing. I mean, I don't know if we back the skill level off a little bit more. If I try and turn my skill level up. What's the gap to Mazepin? 10 seconds. Can we chase him down? It's ambitious, but let's keep an eye on that gap and see on the soft tyres if we're any chance.
Some information on Alonso. They seem to have an issue.
Not doing that, we don't. Alright, let's have a flashback there. We haven't had one for a while.
Some information on Alonso. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Oh, don't you retire. I want to beat somebody on track, even though I spun you, arguably. Alright, so we've taken we did take a second out of Mazepin. Now, it's not enough. There's 5 laps to go. But we did take a chunk of time out of Mazepin there. So, if I can absolutely nail my laps, which is a massive if, I mean, you've all seen me, maybe there's something in this race for us after all.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Gonna use the battery every opportunity we get. The gap is 7. Oh, could we do this?
Gap to car in front is 7.5 seconds.
Slightly short putty, wasn't it? Alright, back on the battery. 7.5, so we took 2 seconds. I don't think we're going to quite get there, are we? I don't think we're going to quite get there. I broke way too early there. Oh, massive concentration. You are witnessing my concentration face right now. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Hit the wrong button. Oh no. Oh, what a save. Oh, nailed that. Absolutely nailed it. And almost binned it. 5 seconds. Oh, come on. Come on. Let's get him. I think we can just about see him, can't we? Could I just see a little flash of MAZEPIN then?
You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Keep hitting the wrong button instead of battery power, hit the other thing. But I'm fairly certain we can see MAZEPIN. We can see 2 cars. There's definitely 2 cars on the horizon. There they are, right there. Look at them. Got what? 2 laps to go at the end of this one. Battery power. And if they're battling, that'll give us a little bit more of a chance, won't it? They'll slow each other up a little bit. I think we are just starting to lose our tyres ever so little by little here as well.
The gap to the car ahead is 4.4 seconds.
Wrong button again, god damn it. They're definitely getting closer, aren't they? I think we're going to fall about a lap short, aren't we? Help if I stop doing stupid things like that. Alright, let's get a flashback for that. Where are we here? This one was a bit silly. There we go. Come on. Good exit onto the straight. It's the last lap.
This is your final lap of the race.
We need 3 seconds. We're not going to quite manage it, are we? Look at them, they're right there. We didn't get lapped, so that's maybe something we can take. Flashback. Alright. Come on.
Got that confirmed?
I don't know what we just confirmed there, but that's fine. It's the last lap, so it's not going to be anything too important, is it? Oh. The problem now, of course, is that I'm just trying to go way, way too fast on aging tyres as well. And it's not quite working, is it? We're just not going to quite get there. If you have enjoyed this, make sure you hit thumbs up, guys. Go and join the Discord group.
But officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Yeah, just wasn't supposed to be this time. But we are... Well, we were close to them in Bahrain as well, weren't we? Let me know what you think of the strategy ideas. Do we just go with what everybody else is on? And, yeah, just try and go with them that way. I do think I got better the longer the race went, didn't I? Yeah.
That's the end of the race.
We're last
see you
again.
In Parc Fermé.
For a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Yeah, Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist, here with Aussie Villain. And mate, you're embarrassing yourself out there, bringing up the rear again. What's going on? What's going on? Chaz, I've been a two-time world champion today, mate. It's the greatest day of my life. It's amazing. You know, sure, he crashed trying to get past me, but I put that down to some good defensive weaving. Alright, so we can see how the race finished up here. Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas, as we saw on the podium there. Perez, Norris, Ricciardo, Leclerc, Vettel, who we were briefly behind, Gasly, who we were briefly ahead of, and Lance Stroll. They make up the points getters. Where did Markelov came 18th, and we, of course... Oh, we beat Alonso. He didn't retire either. We did bin him off, but... I mean, you look at my best lap there at 120.9. Now, if I could be anywhere like consistent, you know, we're talking at the back of the Alpines, which is probably roughly, when you look at the car development thing, it's roughly where we should be. But I'm not consistent enough, am I? We're almost a minute behind. If we have a look at this championship standings here, we can see there Hamilton ahead of Verstappen, Bottas, and if we go all the way down, yeah, and if we go and have a look at the constructors, we are still last. But of course, we just need 1 point from somewhere, anyway. And we could beat Williams, Haas, and maybe Alfa Romeo as well. But to be honest, we don't know. I don't see where that point's coming from. So there we go. That's it for today. If you've enjoyed that, hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Sorry we couldn't quite get to MAZEPIN at the end there. Few too many flashbacks today as well. I'm going to have to work on not flashing back quite so much, aren't I? But there we go. Next up, it is Monaco. There's a lot of walls in Monaco. That's, yeah, that's problematic, isn't it? Until next time, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.